The extreme cold dropped to minus 100 degrees. I wasn't cold at all. It was all thanks to the heat packs stuck all over my body. At this moment, my ex-boyfriend and his wife Moonlight were shivering outside the door, frantically begging me to open the door. In my past life, I had a moment of weakness and let them in. In return, my supplies were stolen. I was brutally kicked out and ultimately died a miserable death. I was reborn. I could hear the voice of the clothing store owner. This weather is really absurd this year. It's already January and it's still around 30 degrees. Down jackets aren't selling at all. The weather was already abnormal this year, but they had no idea that in 3 days, the temperature would plummet like a falling building, dropping 20 degrees in one day. By the time everyone reacted, it would be too late. The entire globe would face an unprecedented extreme cold of minus 100 degrees. Cities would be covered in ice and snow. Transportation would be paralyzed. Supplies would be scarce. Water and electricity would be cut off completely. Hell. Thinking of this, I couldn't help but shiver. I had to act fast. I said to the clothing store owner, "Maybe it'll get cold soon. You should stock up on thick down jackets while they're cheap. And some food too." After saying that, I immediately went home. Just as I was about to go home, Mal Buffon's call came. He said his friend had a batch of heat packs. He asked if I wanted any. He also said, "Babe, let's start a business together and sell heat packs during the Lantern Festival." So romantic. I sneered on the other end of the phone. Of course, it's here. Mal Buffon was my boyfriend of over a year. I later found out that he was interested in me because my parents had passed away, leaving me with a shop and a house. The friend he mentioned was actually his wife Moonlight, Liu Ryan. Liu Ryan sold heat packs at an e-commerce company this year. The heat packs weren't selling. In my past life, to please Mal Buffon, I bought 10,000 heat packs in one go. This time, I thought for a moment and said, "How many heat packs does your friend's company have?" Mal Buffon was probably stunned, suspecting he had misheard. "What, babe? You said you want how many?" "I'll take them all." "Have him calculate how many there are." "I only have one request. In 2 days, I want to take them all in one go." Okay. Mal Buffon was very excited, but still curious about what I would do with so many. I casually made up an excuse about the company donating to mountainous areas. Only then was he not suspicious. As soon as I hung up on Mal Buffon, I rushed back to my community and went to the shop my parents left me. I had never rented it out because I thought the rent was too low. With the apocalypse coming, this place became a treasure trove for hoarding supplies. I quickly contacted a renovation team and had them add 3 layers of insulation to the shop and my home. I also connected the 3rd floor where I live with the shop below. Then, I spent a lot of money on a double-layer security door. The outer layer was extremely sturdy. The inner layer provided excellent insulation. The boss padded his chest and guaranteed it was as solid as a bank's. I wasn't worried about the shop door either. When the snow piled up over a meter deep, outsiders wouldn't have the strength to break in. After arranging for the renovation team to start work, I spent the whole afternoon pondering the major issue of survival in the apocalypse. Keeping warm was relatively simple. The real headache was what to eat and drink. How to eat. Dry food would freeze into hard blocks in the extreme cold, making it impossible to eat. It definitely wasn't a long-term solution. Water wasn't a problem. There was plenty of it in the ice and snow, but the key was how to heat it. Using fire for heat was too risky. Not to mention carbon monoxide poisoning. Opening a window to ventilate would lower the room temperature. I decided to use a rice cooker and an electric kettle. If the power went out, I would use a small generator. I quickly had the renovation team build a soundproof generator area in a corner of the shop. Generators are loud. And in the apocalypse, it's a treasure. I couldn't let anyone else find out about it. To meet the deadline, I paid them 3 times the usual rate, demanding the work be completed within 2 days. This time, I was determined to change my fate. In the evening, just as the renovation team left, "Babe, my friend has 200 boxes of heat packs. 5,000 packs per box. That's exactly 1 million heat packs. Are you sure you want this many?" I've confirmed the price has been negotiated down to 2 cents each, a total of 200,000. Where should I send them? Fine, 200,000. I'll pick them up myself in today's. Not a single one less. After hanging up, I immediately transferred him a 20,000 deposit. The next day, I quickly rented a box truck and headed straight to the generator market. But I never expected that generators weren't sold to individuals. I had no choice but to grit my teeth and pay more, just to get a small generator. Diesel was also expensive and not available in large drums. It broke my heart. Next was a supermarket sweep. My shopping cart was filled with rice, vegetables, frozen meat, and seasonings, all in 50-pound bags. Passing by the temporary section, I saw my favorite Cantonese sausage. With a wave of my hand, I said, "Boss, give me 1,000 tons of this sausage." The pharmacy was even more exaggerated. Vitamins, common medicines, and medical supplies were swept up like they were free. The look in the pharmacist's eyes changed. He probably thought I was a scalper. Down jackets, quilts, sleeping bags, and other warming supplies were also essential. Rice cookers, electric kettles, and emergency lights also had to be prepared. I also got a few sets of kitchen knives and hammers. In the apocalypse, safety comes first. Early on the 3rd day, 5 trucks headed straight for the warehouse. As soon as we arrived at the entrance, Liu Ryan was already waiting in the factory. "Oh, sis. You're finally here." Calling me sis over and over, laughing coquettishly. Anyone who didn't know would think we were close. Ma Bufin was there too, calling me babe over and over. Liu Ryan just watched, even complimenting us on how well we matched. If I hadn't known about their affair, I would have really thought there was nothing going on. I immediately had the workers start moving the goods. The workers were busy for over 3 hours before the trucks were full. By the time it was done, it was already dark. Tomorrow is the apocalypse. Time is tight. I thought everything was foolproof. But as soon as we reached the factory gate, the gatekeeper suddenly slammed the gate shut, blocking the convoy. What's going on? Can I take these heat packs?